Hey, Dr. Film here. And yes, I'm qualified to have this nice suit. Before we get started, you should know that this review will contain no spoilers. And this film is rated R, so viewer discretion is advised. And if you're new to the channel, please subscribe for reviews and more. And so without further ado, let us begin the review. Are you ready, John?
Yeah.
The characters.
In this movie, we have once again John Wick, played by Keanu Reeves. It's been 9 years since the release of John Wick in 2014, and to this day, he still does a great job portraying this character like nothing has happened. He was eye-catching, captivating, and even though he doesn't say much during this film, his actions alone speak louder than words.
We have all of that John Wick swag. Cars, the weapons, the jiu-jitsu. But with chapter 4, we took it to another level.
As for the supporting cast, each of these actors did well playing their respective roles. And I have to say, the newcomers in this movie were a lot better than I expected, such as Donnie Yen as Kane, Scott Adkins as Killa, and last but not least, Akira, played by Rina Sawayama. Believe it or not, this is her first acting debut in this movie, and in my opinion, she is by far one of my favorite characters of this franchise. And in case you don't know, she's also a singer, who happened to record a song for the John Wick soundtrack score called Eye for an Eye. You can check out her awesome song in the description below. And speaking of music, the soundtrack score in this movie was amped up to 1,000 times greater than you expected. I don't want to give anything away, but there was this one particular sequence where John Wick faces off against Killa. And man, I gotta tell you, that sequence right there was undoubtedly astonishing. Don't believe me? Well, listen to this. Yeah! Oh, I'm so amped up! Sorry, I was, I got lost in the music right there. Let's move on.
Action and cinematography.
The action in this movie was heart-pounding, energetic, thrilling, intense, freaking mesmerizing, and 100 more words I have for the action in this movie. I mean, seriously, the action wouldn't have been possible if it weren't for the choreography, the direction, and Keanu Reeves' stunt work in this movie. In fact, Keanu Reeves went through 12 weeks of training in martial arts and stunt driving to do as many of the action sequences himself, despite being 58 years old. My gosh, Keanu Reeves, what's your secret?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll take that as an answer, I guess. And you also gotta give credit to the filmmakers for the cinematography in each of the action sequences. Especially in this one scene where John Wick fights off against 100 bad guys in this building where, you know what? I'm sorry, I can't spoil it for you, but once you see the movie, you'll get what I mean.
Oh, man.
The story.
Now, as we all know, the story takes place after the events of John Wick Chapter 3, where John faces the consequences of his actions, and he's searching for a way to regain his freedom and his life back for good. You have got to give the writers credit for this story. It was engaging, it was both tragic and sad, and to my surprise, they did well delving much deeper into the world of John Wick. In short, my friends, the story in this film took us to new heights that we weren't ready for.
Man has to look his best when it's time to get married. Or buried.
I'm going to need a gun.
Goodbye, my friend, it's hard to die.
Oh, that's hot. That's hot.
Overall, my friends, this movie didn't fail me one bit. Everything about it was amazing. The action, the music, the characters, the actors. My gosh, they didn't pull no punches. But I wouldn't exactly say this movie was perfect, because of one small nitpick I had, which was John Wick's invincibility. You'll know what I mean once you watch the movie. But aside from that, if you haven't gotten the chance to see this film, I highly recommend checking it out. John Wick Chapter 4 scores a 9.5 out of 10. Well guys, that's it on my review. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please leave a like, and please follow me on Instagram at Dr. Phil Says for updates on my channel. And you can follow me on TikTok for funny videos and trailer reactions. And as always, I will see you guys at our next appointment. Now, if you don't mind. Hold on, getting my gun. Ugh. I'm gonna go hunt down John Wick.
Yeah.
Oh shoot! Ah!